So we have this firm goal, but the plan to get to the goal is not firm. The plan is fluid. So, you picture, here's the goal. It's never going to move, but your plan is going to go like this. And we were talking at dinner, and we were talking about what's one of the lead takeaways that you learned. And I said, his plan went like this. It reversed itself for a while. And so that'll be a theme that comes up as we do the program. So how do I know about his decision-making at each little step and nuance? Well, he secretly tape recorded every meeting. So picture, here's the cabinet room. I've got my 12 most trusted advisors. I'm President Kennedy. I always sit at the head of the table. Right under the table is a little switch. And what he does is turns it on every meeting, does not tell the people. Khrushchev's son, who, believe it or not, this is a real irony, lives in the United States full-time. He's in Providence, Rhode Island. Just shows how, over time things change. But one thing he said that really stuck with me, he said, when Rudy Anderson was shot down, he said, that's the moment, not before, not after, but that was the very moment that my father realized it's getting out of control. And I said, wow, I can't believe you said that, because those are the exact same words Kennedy used to Bobby Kennedy, saying, my greatest fear is that it gets out of control without my authorization. I said, so those two leaders had the exact same #1 fear, and it comes to fruition. He banks the plane, turns on the camera, captures it on film, gets the hell out of there. When he lands, of course, he's debriefed, and he has to tell them, I've been shot at, I have it on film. I remember in some of my corporate days, we'd be at some of these brainstorm meetings, and if you were kind of a shy, quiet person, a lot of times you never got the chance to really speak up. Somebody of importance got the meeting going, and everybody's following them down one line, and you never got a differing opinion out, because everybody kind of goes down that way of thinking. So I think it's so important to let everybody speak before the group chimes in, whether that's a dumb idea or whether it's a great idea. And allow the mavericks to be mavericks. We need mavericks. You don't have to follow their advice, but every now and then they come up with something the rest of us haven't thought of. If you can, implement your decision in steps, because it allows you some wiggle room. For example, if he went with the all-out, which was option #4, the air attack and then the invasion, there's really no other steps after that. It's either going to solve the problem and the Russians won't respond, that's doubtful, or it's going to start World War III is much more likely. So we'll get the missiles out of there, but what kind of world will we have left? So he likes the idea of, let's do the blockade. And they're all like, that won't work. And he said, well, maybe it won't. It still leaves us the option to go in with the Air Force and hit Cuba. The big takeaway for me is don't be afraid to reverse yourself in the plan if new information comes in. And for JFK, it was he reversed himself as what to do if one of our U-2s is shot down. Everybody expected him. The planes are on the runway, they're ready to go and hit that SAM site. And he said, not yet, we're going to wait. And they're stunned. And thank God he did that. Again, no matter what you think of the politics or anything like that, those steps are so important, from picking the team to not being afraid to reverse your opinion. We call it flip-flopping, but that's in the more political sense as if you're doing a campaign. But I think making a U-turn is smart. I see it time and time again with survivors and my other books that are more about, survival at sea and the Coast Guard rescue swimmers. Oftentimes, the best decision makers say, this doesn't feel right. We're turning back. We're going to come at it again from a new approach. Do it in steps so you can make some changes as you go along. Thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you.